Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Blue Jay Acres. My name is Noelle. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we are going to do a full day of meals. If a lot of cooking and homesteading and farming and all that sounds good to you, then make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and give a big thumbs up and click that little bell so that you're notified as I'm trying to post as regularly as possible. I will miss a day here and there, but I am trying my hardest. I know some of you did not enjoy the music yesterday. That's just gonna happen sometimes if I'm gonna post all the time, because sometimes my house gets really, really noisy and I am not gonna put all that chaos on there. If it's really, really noisy and everybody's just loud and having fun and being crazy, I don't make them all stop and be quiet. So, and to voiceover is not something I really do on the weekends because it is just me and the two boys in the house, and I'm not gonna lock myself in a room and leave them just out and about so I can do a voiceover. So that's why there is music occasionally. You'll know that just means my house is too loud for me to talk. All right, that being said, let's do a full day of meals today. We're gonna start off with German pancakes, and we are also going to do some bacon. We actually picked up our cured meat yesterday from the butcher. So we have now some bacon and some ham. So I'm gonna use some of the bacon that we got from our pigs. Now next year we'll be doing that ourselves, all of the butchering and everything ourselves. But this year we did still use a butcher. The other thing we're gonna have is German pancakes, because you guys, I have eggs coming out my ears right now. We have about 25 dozen. And we are selling them. Just they are laying so crazy right now, so much. So we're gonna have a lot of eggs happening today, and I need to use up a bunch of eggs. So let's get breakfast started. Really, it's brunch because it's already 10 o'clock. We eat so late around here. It's because the mornings are crazy. I'm doing morning chores all morning, and then by the time I get everything situated in the house, it's always about 10 o'clock, 9:10 before I start breakfast. So let's get started. So one of the things we have noticed about Kune pigs and raising them is that their meat is definitely different than your traditional pork. So we did make some of this yesterday, and it almost was more like a beef jerky, and their meat is more like beef than pork. So their ground pork is more like ground beef, which is very nice, and we are enjoying it very much. But just so you know, if you decide to grow Kunes out for yourself, that the meat is definitely different than regular pork. Okay, so I just like to bake our bacon in the oven. Somebody asked me how I keep it from making a big mess in my oven. I don't. I just do the self-cleaning option periodically on my oven, and that pretty much takes care of it. It's just very easy. That way I don't have to just stand over top of the bacon. So they also used a new curing place at our butcher, and we're not a huge fan of it. The bacon is very bland, so I'm gonna add some salt. Bacon should be very salty, and we love the bacon we got from who they used to use. But this time, not so much. So you are gonna see me add salt, which is gonna seem kind of weird, but it needs it. So I just put my oven on 350. I'm gonna let both of these things bake in my oven, my pancake and my bacon, which will be good because then it's just all kind of going at the same time. Again, I know this is very odd to salt bacon, but I'm telling you, it's like they didn't put the curing salt on very heavy at all, and it needs some salt. All right, this is ready for the oven. The other thing about the bacon from a Kuni Kuni is it's definitely fattier. So you get quite a bit of the bacon grease, which is wonderful because I keep bacon grease right here and it's ready to go to flavor food. It's just a wonderful thing. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with 6 eggs. I have an egg bucket here. I'm gonna add 1 cup of milk. A dash of salt. 1 cup of flour. All right, and I forgot to get my butter melting. I got 5 tablespoons here of butter. I'm gonna put this in the oven in my baking dish, just a 9x13 baking dish. And I'm gonna let this heat up and get melted, and then we'll add our batter, kind of like we're making a cobbler. And then we need to add some vanilla. Okay, and then you can put this in a blender and blend it until nice and smooth, or you can just go on and mix it, which is what I'm gonna do. But you want it nice and smooth. And then we will pour this batter into our dish after the butter is nice and melted. And then this bakes for 22 to 27 minutes is what it says. Again, it'd be way smoother if I just put it in a blender. Alright, so I'm not using my blender because in a little bit I'm going to make ice cream, put it in the freezer. Brownie had made this edible cookie dough the other day. So they love cookie dough ice cream. So I thought I would make some of this into cookie dough ice cream. So I'm just going to roll it into tiny little cookie balls, dough balls, and put it in the freezer so that it can set up nice. So just like that. And then I can add that at the end of the ice cream making process. Sorry, it's a rough night here last night. I'm not sure what really happened, but if I lose my speech a little bit, that's just because I'm tired today. But that doesn't stop us. We still got to keep going. Life of a mom, right? Okay, back to this. All right, so now this butter is melted. So I'm going to get this pan out, just kind of spread it all around, and then I am just going to pour my batter on top. Again, just same as I would if I was making a cobbler. And now this is ready to go back into the oven. And then while I was waiting on that, I went ahead and made all the little chocolate chip balls, and I'm going to put these in the freezer. So while it's summer, I try to do some ice cream each week because it's summer and everybody loves ice cream. I'm not big on making ice cream and stuff like that outside of summer. So once fall's here, it won't really be that much. It's more baked goods for treats than this. However, I think we're going to make some animal crackers today as well because Charles has been wanting animal crackers. It's one of his favorite little snacky, you know, at night kind of thing, is animal crackers. So I think we're gonna make those. I've gotten these little animal cutter cookie cutters, I don't know, a long time ago, maybe even a year ago, and I just haven't been around to making them yet. Haven't gotten around to it, so I think I might make those today as well. All right, so our bacon is pretty much done. Strain this grease. I just get out the pieces that are already all the way done. So I don't want them to get overcooked, and then I'll put these back in for just a few minutes. These pieces still need to get just a little bit more done. Once you can see that bacon is delicious. Alright, here is the German pancake. That's got to cool for a few minutes, and we'll sprinkle some powdered sugar and some maple syrup on there. And then we have our bacon. Alright, Charles is going to try it. So I added some syrup and some powdered sugar. Now I will be honest with you guys, I can't eat it. It's too buttery for me. It'll make me sick.
You can't eat this?
I didn't realize that it's just like coated in butter. Between that and the grease and the bacon, which I did eat a couple pieces of bacon, that's just, I'll be sick.
Well, all I can say is stinks for you, because this.
I know, I figured you'd love it. We've made those before, and you like them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good way to use eggs.
I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, but it's like eating a cakey French toast.
Yeah, I was gonna say, kind of like a French toast kind of thing.
Mm.
But there's so much better. I think there's got to be a way to make it with less butter. I'm gonna try making it just with less, cause so I can eat it too.
And for those who may be watching, I'm about to touch this bacon with my hands, but whereas my body is filthy, my hands are washed.
So he will admit or tell you too that it just needed salt. And just for some reason they just did not cure it with enough salt. So it's very bland, but now I think it tastes way better.
Mm-hmm. No. That's good bacon. It's even better because it's our bacon, but it's good bacon.
Yeah, the texture is still beefy though. I mean, they are definitely more of a beef kind of pork, which is funny to say, but...
It's new bacon strips. Folks don't know it's not bacon.
But it is the texture more of a beef than a pork. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to try and make burgers actually with the ground pork from our Kuni Kunis and see if it can pass for like a beef burger. Because the texture is so different.
There's spots of it. The texture is like eating beef jerky.
Mm-hmm.
And not in a chewy sort of way, just the texture.
Mm-hmm. And not in a bad way. I mean, it's still delicious.
Right.
But yeah, definitely more beefy.
It's really good with the maple syrup on it too.
Alright, we're gonna go eat. Alright, and for those of you that are curious as to what did I eat, since you heard me say I'm not eating it, I am kind of showing you guys what we are eating today. I did Greek yogurt, my go-to. I go through so much Greek yogurt, and some honey on top, and then I had a clementine, and I ate about 3 pieces of bacon. So we'll see. Hopefully that doesn't hit me too hard because it's pretty greasy. But that's what I ate so far today. Alright, you guys, the next thing I need to do is make up some snacks. Part of everything being from scratch is you don't really just have snacks other than air pop popcorn, like just ready to go. So I'm going to start by making a snack that I thoroughly enjoy. And if you guys want to see what I actually eat in a day and you want me to do a video just of that, let me know down below and I will happily make that for you. But here is a snack that I will enjoy, and then we'll make some that the family, they like more of the sweet, I like more of the savory. So let's do this one. I'm going to start down here. I boiled up some eggs, and I'm going to just put them here in this jar. And now I'm going to make a marinade that we're gonna pour over these, and these are gonna be a flavorful egg, which are wonderful. All right, so in this jar, I'm actually running out of soy sauce. I will need to get some of that. Good thing I checked that before starting our challenge, because I love soy sauce, but I also had some of these coconut aminos. So otherwise, just do straight soy sauce. But I'm gonna do both. Since this is what I have. Coconut aminos are just a little sweeter. So I'm gonna start with that. Okay, next I got some garlic here. I'm just gonna mince and put in here. About 4 cloves, but these are small, so I'm doing 5. Then I'm gonna add a spoon of honey. So we're gonna get this all stirred up here soon. I'm going to chop up some green onion. And these need to marinate for at least 2 hours, but the longer they sit in the fridge, the better they get, the stronger they get. I'm going to add some sesame seeds. My favorite ingredients, toasted sesame oil. Little goes a long way with that. And then some of this red Korean powder. That's just some good stuff. I don't know what it is. I need to figure out what kind of stuff they use, grow, so I can dry it myself. It's so good. We're gonna pour that in over top of our eggs. Make sure you get all that good stuff in here. If you wanted to add some Korean green peppers or red peppers, you could. I just want that to get in there. Like that. I'm going to top it off with a little bit more of these coconut aminos. Oh, wrong lid. Let me get a lid for that. There we go. Then that's it. This is gonna sit in my fridge. Once I eat all that, I just load it up with some more. And this is just gonna be so delicious. But it does take a few hours, so I'll show you that later today. I'll have it probably as a snack later. All right, in just a minute, we're gonna start on the animal crackers. But first, I am getting hungry and I'm wanting something. So it is time to try one of our pickled eggs, or marinated eggs. All right, so this is very, very good. But it will be way better tomorrow or late tonight. Now I'm gonna get there. But this would be way better tonight or tomorrow after I can really soak all that up. But very, 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 very good. All right, now let's make the animal crackers. So let's start here with 9 tablespoons.
I'm going to start with 9 tablespoons of softened butter. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of honey. Then you're going to want to do 1/4 cup of sugar. However, my sugar is still kind of grainy because it's a all-natural, just pure sugar cane. So I'm just gonna grind it up a little bit better. I have to do this when I make cookies. I don't have to do it all the time, but you want it finer when you're making cookies. So now I'm going to add that in here. Then we are going to cream this together. We're going to add 1 egg at room temperature. We're also going to add our vanilla. We're going to add some cinnamon. And I'm going to add some nutmeg. I'm going to mix all this together. I'm going to add in 2 cups of flour, and a teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, then we're just gonna bring this all together. I'm going to just wrap this up in some of this plastic wrap. And this is going to go in the fridge and sit for a half hour to an hour before we roll it out. Alright, so I cannot find my animal cookie cutters anywhere. I have looked everywhere. It's one of those things I know I put them up because I got them like a year ago. And I know I put them where I'd remember where I put them. And I don't remember where I put them. But I have some other cookie cutters. One day they'll show up. I'm not going to rebuy them because I know I've got them. So we're going to make some anime cookies with some of our anime cookie cutters. And just different shapes that I have. I'll show you. So I just have a variety here. Like there's a cute little squirrel, a little bear, a little plane, a little car, a little teddy bear, and then these are some of the kids' little anime guys that they like. A little chicken, some more anime guys, a little seal, a little whale, a little train, a little teddy bear. So that should work. It should all work. Alright you guys, so while that's going in the fridge, I'm going to make some jalapeno poppers, kind of sort of, but with not really. Okay, since we didn't end up making cream cheese last time, I thought we were meant to make cream cheese. That is just really ricotta. But I want to use it and it will still be delicious. But we're going to do a twist on jalapeno poppers because to me, a jalapeno popper really has that cream cheese in the inside, that gooey hot cream cheese. And so that is not going to do the same. It just won't be the same. And so I still want it to be really tasty. So I'm going to make a sausage ricotta parmesan stuffed jalapeno poppers. And then these will just get baked instead of fried, which will also be good. So let me show you how I'm going to make these. So the first thing I want to do is just cut my little top off. And then I'm going to cut it down the middle. And I'm going to scoop out my little seeds and stuff. Just take all those out of there because I don't want any of the seeds. I would eat it with the seeds. I love hot and spicy. But I'm hoping I can get Charles to try one of these, and he is not a eat it hot and spicy kind of guy. So I'm going to just get these off. So I'm going to do that. I've got about 12 of them here. I'm going to do... Let me get a dish. I'm just going to use a bread pan here because I think that'll fill just right. Just use whatever you got, you know. Alright, again, cut it in half. And like I said, I'm doing about 12 of them, unless 12 won't fit in here. I've got some sausage defrosting. Jalapenos are not spicy, in my opinion, if you take out all the seeds and the veins. Also, we went, it is our neighborhood garage sales. So now it's like going on 3 o'clock. Charles is just running Ronnie to work. And so it's just me and the boys. The rest of the day, well, and Charles. But we went to a community garage sale just a little bit ago. And I'll show you guys what I found. And Theo asked for chicken nuggets. So we're going to make some chicken nuggets. And since it's just me, Charles, and the boys, I'll make fish tonight. Since the kids don't really enjoy fish, I'll make fish and chicken nuggets. I think we'll get one more in there. So I didn't quite get 12 in there. I wish my family would eat this stuff. Alright, and then I have some of our sausage here. I'm not going to do a lot. Probably just that much. I want biscuits and gravy tomorrow. I'll use the sausage up tomorrow. Okay, so I'm just going to fry up this little bit of sausage. Oh, you guys can't see. Alright, so I'm just going to fry up this little bit of sausage. And then I put the rest of the sausage up, and I'll make just like biscuits and gravy tomorrow morning. Or I'll make something with sausage. Maybe I'll make meatloaf tomorrow night or something. We'll see. We'll see. I believe everybody's working double shifts tomorrow. The boys don't eat biscuits and gravy. And I think they all go in at like 7 in the morning. So until like 11 o'clock at night. So I might not do biscuits and gravy. All right, I'm just gonna let this cook up. While we're waiting on that to brown up, I want to show you guys what I got at the yard sale. So I got both things for $1 each. Charles actually saw it and he said, honey, that's what you want. So it is a bread slicer, so I can get the right, you know, a guide to do my bread. Which I'm super excited about that because I was going to buy one of those. And then this is just for fun, and I thought, I love it. It is a waffle cone maker. So we can make waffle cones to go with all of our ice cream. I thought that is so fun. Perfect for next summer. We'll use it a little bit. Maybe we'll even try that tonight. Make some waffle cones to go with our ice cream. So I was excited. $2. That's all I spent. I think I did pretty good. Let's get back to the sausage. I need to get my apron back on. I took a break from cooking because we went somebody had asked why I don't drain my sausage. Our pork is very lean, which actually makes it not that great for gravy. I usually add a little bit of lard or bacon grease when I'm trying to make like a gravy. So that's why I don't drain it, or strain it, or rinse it, or whatever, which is not very fatty. Alright, so now I got that done. I'm going to heat my oven to 375 or 350. I'm going to turn this off the heat right here. Let's zoom in. Now we got that homemade ricotta. I'm going to add that in here. Try to anyway. I don't know if it's going to do it or not. I don't need to put it in a bowl. I thought if it was on the heat in a hot pan that it might do a little better. I'm making a mess. And then I'm just going to start adding some in here. I guess you're supposed to neatly fill them. Well, I wanted to neatly fill them. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Because they're wanting to turn and twist. This ricotta sausage stuffing would be good, and some stuffed shells as well. Now, I love cream cheese, so we'll see how this goes. And now I'm going to top it with grated Parmesan cheese. Then I'm going to bake this till it's nice and Good. Alright, I'm gonna pop this in the oven. Alright, so here are the sausage jalapeno bites. I'll try that for you guys after they cool off. I just pulled them out. They are way hot. Okay, so now I'm gonna sprinkle on a little bit of flour. And our dough has been chilling long enough. So I'm gonna cut this in about half, and I'm gonna roll that, and I'm gonna put the other half in the fridge. All right, so now I just wanna roll this as thin as I can. And put a little bit of flour on here. It is not wanting to roll. Let's sprinkle some on the top. That's better. I think I'm going to work with an even smaller piece. Alright, then I'm going to just start cutting some of these out. Well, that's not really cutting good. Well, this one's a no-go. That one is just not cutting good. Let's see this one. That one cut. This dough is just sticking to everything. This is not going to be a favorite dough. That one did good. That one did good. That one did good. That is no good. That is not working good. Alright, so a lot of these are not doing good for me. This might just end up being a bust. Yeah, I think I'm going to try something different here. So let me get this all together, and I'm not going to do it so small. It's because I think my cookie cutters are just not meant for this. What? Well, I'm going to try something else. No, I'm not. This is just not the best dough to work with. Alright, so now I have this special rolling pin. I'm going to see. That did somewhat better. Alright, so we'll try it with that little rolling pin that I have. That worked way better. Theo will be happy with that because it's Totoro and he loves Totoro. They're so cute. That worked good though. So it won't be traditional looking animal crackers. That's alright. Alright, so while they are Our Charles is out there and the cookies are going. I'm gonna try this jalapeno popper for you. That's pretty good. I think that's very good. Does still have a kick. These peppers must just be really spicy. Charles will not eat that. So this will be my dinner. I'm not going to make fish then. I'm just going to make chicken nuggets next. Because I'll just eat this for dinner. Because nobody else will eat it because it's spicy except for Kate. So I'll leave her some of it. Like half of it when she gets home. Alright, now we're going to start on the chicken nuggets because they need to go in the freezer for like an hour before you can even fry them up. So I've got 2 chicken breasts in here. I'm going to just put that and pulse it. To make my chicken. And then I'm going to add some spices in here. I'm going to add a ½ teaspoon of Italian seasoning, a teaspoon of salt, a ½ teaspoon of garlic powder, and a ½ teaspoon of paprika. Then I'm going to just add some pepper. And now we're going to pulse this again, or just turn it on. Alright, then I've got a baking sheet here lined with parchment paper. The main thing I want to do is get my hands wet. And then I'm just going to take and form this into little nuggets and set it on my paper, my parchment paper. These will go in the freezer I like to freeze these for about a ½ hour, and then we're gonna make the egg and breadcrumb mixture, and then we'll put them in for another ½ hour. It just makes them stay together when you go to fry them. If it starts sticking like that to your hands, just wet them down. A couple big patties so Charles can have just a big old patty. And these you can put in the air fryer, you can put them in the deep fryer, you can bake them, whatever you want to do. And honestly, I might even just do the air fryer tonight. I'm getting very tired. This is going to be the last thing, and then they can eat some raw fruits and veggies with it. I told you guys earlier it was a rough night for me, so I'm starting to get tired. Alright, this I think I'm just going to make into a couple big patties, so Charles can just make like a sandwich, because I've got all this bread that I just made. So then he can just make a big old chicken patty sandwich. Hey Theo, do you want to be my taste tester for the animal cookies? Alright, so I'm going to go get all this in the freezer for a half hour. Hold on. Yeah, they're Totoro cookies. Do you love them? Hold on, I gotta put this stuff in the freezer. And then we can do a taste test. Alright, are you ready? And what's on them?
Totoro.
And you were excited about that, weren't you? You gotta tell me if they're one Paul will love, just like he loves his animal crackers. Do you love them? Great. Do you think Paul will love them?
Yes.
Good. Alright, it's been almost a half hour, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to do some egg. In one bowl. And I'll do a little splash of milk. I'm just going to beat this up. And then in the other bowl, I'm just going to do some breadcrumbs. I have some panko breadcrumbs. I thought I was out and I found 3 bags, so I didn't need to make my own, which is nice because the bread that I set out is still not all the way dry for breadcrumbs. So you can add to this seasoning if you want. I'm going to just add a little paprika. And I'm going to add a little seasoning salt. I'm just going to mix that up with my hands. And if you want to add seasoning to your egg mixture, you can do that too if you think it's going to be bland. If you want to make it spicy, add some cayenne or some crushed Korean red peppers. That'd be divine. Okay, these are also great to just make ahead because you just leave them in the freezer uncooked. Alexa, stop. So I'm going to just dip it in the egg mixture, then into the breadcrumb mixture, and then put it back on my thing here. And this is going back in the freezer. These, of course, are the patties. And you can double bread if you want. If you want to just store these, all you do is this right here and leave them on the tray and let them get good and frozen. And then from there, you put them in a bag or whatever, however you want to store them after they've gotten frozen. And you have them ready to go. Whenever you want to just throw them in the air fryer for 15 minutes or you want to throw them in a regular fryer. If you don't have breadcrumbs, you can always use cracker crumbs as well, like saltine crackers. That would be good too. Then, like I said, these are back in the freezer for another half hour, and then if you wanted to bag them up, bag them up. Otherwise, we're gonna cook them up. All right, it's been a little bit, so these are ready to go. So here I just have some avocado oil in a little sprayer. If you have spray oil, just spray the top with some oil because we're going to air fry these. We're going to air fry it at 350 degrees in the air fryer for about 10 to 12 minutes. So I'm just going to place them in here just like that. Give them a little shake halfway through. And that's it. All right, Charles is gonna taste test. Theo, what was your opinion on the nuggets?
It was really good, but it was way too salty.
Too salty. So you guys cut back on the salt. All right. Oh, he went for nuggets first before his cooking.
I don't think it's too salty, but then again, I dipped it in barbecue.
I think he got some of the nuggets that were at the bottom of the batch, and so I think they were saltier of the breadcrumbs.
That looks great.
All right, you gotta try your
crunch.
animal cookies. Yeah, and I air fried instead of fry.
We get to taste barbecue.
I know, that's why you should have went with animal cookies first. What do you want, baby?
All right, here we go.
See if that will fix your animal cookie craving for your animal crackers.
Well, I mean, I don't get to bite off the head first and then the feet, but
You kind of do. It's still got Totoro on it.
well, that's true. But he's big. I just break him in half.
Will it work?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Can I have some
Yes, baby.
ketchup?
Yes. All right, you guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. I was going to make the ice cream and the waffle cones, but I'm getting tired. It's 5:30, and so I will make that tomorrow and share that with you guys tomorrow. The cookie dough will be fine in the freezer, and I'm ready to call it a night. So, bye, everybody. Have a great day or night wherever you are, and we will see you very soon.